heart got in the way. Couldn't stop myself from reaching out. I could not turn away.
Hi there, welcome to the wonderful world of dodgy movies and TV. I'm your host, Movie and TV Mistress. So, what have I been watching this week? Well, if you haven't watched the opening credits, you should have, but anyway. I watched Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Reflect for a moment on the art of cinema. Think of a motion picture like The Last Emperor and the 9 Academy Awards it so richly deserved. Consider the profound emotional experience of a truly great film. Then forget it, sweetheart.
Yes, better blow it out your exhaust pipe, cinema lover, 'cause here comes fun with hair on it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You're gonna see the biggest piece of shattering entertainment that ever molested your sensibilities.
That sounds great.
Want a plot? Here it is. It's the end of the 20th century, and mankind has blown its wad. The fate of humanity rests in the groin of one man.
Their leader, Commander Toady, has kidnapped some pilgrims who wandered into their territory. We're gonna get him out, and then you're gonna get him pregnant.
Yes, if you want a brilliant film, you can go right to
We're going to Frogtown.
Hell Comes to Frogtown. Starring wrestling superstar Rowdy Roddy Piper. Move over, Mr. Mel Gibson and Mr. Robert De Niro. Here comes acting talent and sensitivity like you've never seen.
You are one weird dude.
And speaking of talent, turn green, Ms. Meryl Streep. Here's Sandal Bergman, the exquisite star of Red Sonja and Conan the Barbarian. Hell Comes to Frogtown, a story of mutant sex and people like you and me. It's hot, it's wet,
and it's bad.
It's Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Now, I have to admit, I'd always seen the cover, but it never really appealed. It looked ridiculous, and the movie is ridiculous, so that works. So my knowledge of Rowdy Roddy Piper was, yes, he was a wrestler in the 80s, and of course, They Live. With this line.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Anyway, so what's this movie about? Okay, so the plot takes place in a post-apocalyptic future. Yeah, great, classic 80s trope there. Anyway, in the future, fertility is an issue because of the nuclear bomb that was dropped and destroyed the planet, kind of. So there's only a certain amount of people, women and men, who are fertile. And wouldn't you know it, Rowdy Roddy Piper, who plays a character called Sam Hell, hence the title, Hell Comes to Frogtown, Sam Hell is super fertile.
Dr. Ingram, physiomatology staff. Nurse Matheny reports from the specimens are ready. Code blue maternity. Code blue maternity. Repeat. Code blue maternity.
Is this accurate?
Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr.
Mr. Hellman, I can understand why you're so popular with the ladies. You've left a string of pregnancies everywhere you've been.
Is that a fact?
You have the highest spermatozoan count we've ever tested.
Must have been all that fiber I ate when I was a kid.
Yeah, so William Smith is after Sam Hell. So is the government because he's super fertile. And, before the movie started, a whole group of fertile women were kidnapped by some people in Frogtown. Now, is the title Frogtown of this city and the title of the movie a joke? Or is it serious? Is it full of frog people? It's full of frog people. So, we have the government captures Sam Hell, puts a basically big chastity belt that has a bomb in it supposedly over his cock that a scientist can control with her earrings.
See you later, sisters. Much later.
If anyone but me tries to unlock the ECR, a 1-ounce charge of plastic explosive will detonate. Beyond a certain point, the proximity sensor in my earring activates the ECR electronic stinger. As you can see, it can be quite painful, but not terribly damaging. And if you get lost, my directional finder will lead me right to you. For the rest of this mission, you and I are like one unit. Remember that, soldier.
I'm thinking that's really stupid considering he's fertile and you need fertile men to repopulate the earth. But we'll go with it. It's a 1988 film, so expect tits. But not from this woman, because she had it in her contract not to, so she's fully clothed at all times, including in a scene where she's meant to be naked. However, the bodyguard, who is a woman and likes guns and has short hair, oh, she's got nothing in her contract. She's tits galore. That's all I thought. So they are on their way to Frogtown to try and rescue the women that were kidnapped by the Frogtown people. Anyway, Rory Calhoun's in this movie. Yeah, that guy from Motel Hell, you know, and Westerns. Yeah, he's in here. I guess in the 80s he was just like, yeah, I need the money. That must explain Motel Hell and Hell Comes to Frogtown. Or he liked the word hell in titles? I don't know. So, turns out Sam Hell and Rory Calhoun's character are old friends. And, of course, in Frogtown, the women are kind of treated as, well, sex objects. And so it's up to Sam Hell to sort of talk to the frog people and the guy in charge of Frogtown, who is a frog. What can you say about a future where apparently there's frog people and we get a stripper dancing around a stripper pole and then frog face? I mean, can you believe the image of that? I mean, it's just not... It's funny, it's disturbing, and I recognise a lot of different people in this film, and to know that one of the frogs is a bad guy from Darkman, sure. We have frog people, we have frog women, and apparently everyone wants to shag the humans. The frog woman wants to shag Sam Hell, the women want to shag Sam Hell, and the woman who is in charge and has the earrings, she gets captured and is made to do the dance of the 3 snakes. So, the commander, Totty, or Toady? I don't know. I thought he said Toady, but I think it's Totty. Commander Totty of the Frogtown people demands that women dance for him and do the dance of the 3 snakes. So, in a scene prior to this, for some bizarre reason, the other women who've been captured are turning her on. I literally mean it. They are over her and she is getting turned on galore. I don't understand. And then she comes out kind of in what I'm wearing, kind of. And does the dance of the 3 snakes.
Damn for me!
The only dance I'm gonna do is the dance on your grave.
Dance or die!
Modern or ballet?
The dance of the three snakes.
Dance of the Three Snakes. Okay.
Remember this passion, and you may survive the dance of the three snakes.
Wow. You have aroused the three snakes! Come to me!
I ain't going near any of those things.
And what is the dance of the three snakes? It's whatever the woman wants to dance like, hence her dance, to arouse Commander Totti and his three snakes. Yeah. I felt like, I don't know, depends on if you've ever watched Babylon 5. There's an episode of Babylon 5 where a certain character who has the crazy sticky up hair, played by Peter Jurassic, is playing cards and is able to cheat because he has multiple penises. I'm serious, he uses one of his multiple penises to help him cheat at cards. So apparently, now if this is a scientific fact, I didn't look it up, but apparently Commander Toady or King Toady or whatever his name is has 3 penises. And they are turned on by whatever that dance was that she was doing. At that point, you can't help but laugh. This movie is not a serious film. This film is clearly taking the piss from the get-go. Well, wrestlers generally can't act. They are wrestlers. That's why the acting in WWE or WWF, as it was back then, is pretty dodgy. Because they're getting better at it, but like back then, they were just big muscle-bound dudes that like to chuck other dudes around the ring and smash each other over the head with chairs. Sure. Oh, yeah, the chastity belt, oh, that makes me laugh. So he can still have sex while wearing the chastity belt, and he can still go to the toilet while wearing the chastity belt. He just has to get permission from earring lady. She presses, I don't get it, but whatever. There's a hole, it comes out, and they make him have sex with some woman that they find in the desert because she's super fertile, and they turn her on. It's ridiculous. This movie is just the weirdest film ever, but yeah, there's a reason I never saw that as a kid, because it's weird. But I would say do check it out, because it is just one of those 80s films that you sit there going, what were they thinking? So apparently this movie does have technically got 2 sequels. They went direct to video, and Roddy Piper's not in any of the sequels, but the second one's called Return to Frogtown. Somebody else is playing Sam Hell in that. And then there was a film called Toad Warrior that came out in 1999, I think, and then they renamed it Max Hell Toad Warrior or Frog Warrior. something to cash it in or tie it in. But there is nobody from the original movie, and even the guy who created Hell Comes to Frogtown says that the final one, that's called Toad Warrior or Max Hell Frog Warrior, is meant to be a standalone movie. I've never found them yet since I watched this Frogtown movie, but in the future women are in charge, I guess, because the men are idiots and they blew themselves up. And then it makes you just wonder, why? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why is it that in the 80s we were so scared of nuclear bombs, and that we always predicted the future would be set in a desert? Oh, and a pink car. Yeah. Well, those are my thoughts on Hell Comes to Frogtown. Sam Hell. I'm sure that's a name. Also, in the future, do they not have artificial insemination? They don't have to make him shag everyone. Anyway, thank you for watching. Still going on my little, well, long-ish scarf. It'll be ready for Christmas, hopefully. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to hit the subscribe button that will be around here. And when you hit that subscribe button, remember to hit the notification bell. Yeah, like he said, hit that notification bell. Comment down below, Facebook, Twitter, all links are in the description. And check out Hell Comes to Frogtown. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's on other streaming services as well for free. So go have a laugh at the ridiculousness of 1988 and frog people. And yeah. And I will see you all again next week for another review. Bye for now.
I saw you, baby, you took my breath away. I knew your name was trouble, but my heart got in the way. Couldn't stop myself from reaching out.